Canada suspends parent and grandparent sponsorships to tackle immigration backlog. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. Today, we're diving into one of the most critical and controversial changes in Canada's immigration policy: the suspension of the parent and grandparent sponsorship program. For many families, this program has been a cornerstone of their dreams to reunite with loved ones. But now, with new applications halted indefinitely, thousands are left grappling with uncertainty about their future. In this video, we'll unpack the reasons behind this decision, its immediate and long-term impacts, and what it means for Canada's immigration priorities moving forward. Stay tuned until the end to understand how this suspension is reshaping family reunification and the frustrations families are facing during this transition. If you're passionate about understanding Canada's immigration policies, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss important updates. Now, let's get started. A policy shift that shook communities. Canada has always been renowned for its welcoming immigration policies, with family reunification serving as a central pillar. The parent and grandparent sponsorship program was especially vital, granting permanent residency to the parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and permanent residents. However, as of January 2025, the Canadian government has made an unprecedented move to suspend new applications for this program. This decision, driven by a mounting backlog and processing delays, has left thousands of families in limbo and sparked widespread debate about the future of family reunification. The mounting backlog. Straining the system. For years, the parent and grandparent sponsorship program has been overwhelmed with applications, highlighting its popularity among immigrant families. In 2024 alone, 35,700 individuals were invited to apply. However, only 20,500 applications were processed that year, leaving over 40,000 cases pending by year's end. Processing times now average 24 months, far exceeding acceptable limits. This backlog has created significant challenges for Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, making it difficult for the department to meet its objectives. While Canada's immigration system is often applauded for its efficiency, the strain caused by the parent and grandparent sponsorship program backlog has revealed significant shortcomings. Why now? The Trudeau government's justification. According to Immigration Minister Marc Miller, the decision to suspend new applications was necessary to prioritize clearing the existing backlog. The government has emphasized that this move aligns with its broader immigration strategy, which seeks to balance the goal of family reunification with the practical realities of housing shortages and public sentiment. Minister Miller's 2024 annual immigration report further supports this rationale, highlighting the government's focus on sustainable immigration practices. For 2025, the target for parent and grandparent admissions has been reduced to 24,000 individuals, substantially lower than in previous years. This reduced target underscores the government's intent to address systemic inefficiencies while recalibrating its approach to immigration. Thanks for staying with us this far. We appreciate your time and hope you're finding this information valuable. Let's now explore what this suspension means for families and the broader immigration landscape. Implications for families. Heartache and uncertainty. The suspension of new applications has left many families feeling frustrated and uncertain about the future. For some, it means years of delays in reuniting with parents or grandparents. For others, it could mean abandoning these plans altogether. Critics argue that this policy disproportionately affects immigrant families, many of whom depend on the presence of parents and grandparents for childcare and preserving cultural ties. Seniors who had hoped to join their families in Canada now face prolonged separation and insecurity. This suspension has shifted the emotional and logistical burden squarely onto the shoulders of immigrant families, intensifying calls for change. Canada's immigration targets. A broader context. This suspension is part of a broader trend in Canadian immigration policy. In late 2024, the federal government announced a significant reduction in overall immigration targets for the next 3 years. Annual admissions will drop from 485,000 in 2024 to 395,000 in 2025, eventually reaching 365,000 by 2027. The government attributes these reductions to growing challenges such as the housing crisis, increasing strain on public services, and shifting public opinion about immigration levels. While these adjustments are framed as necessary measures, they signal a departure from Canada's historically ambitious immigration policies. For decades, Canada has relied on immigration to fill critical labor shortages and fuel economic growth. However, the recent changes suggest a shift toward a more cautious approach, with an emphasis on addressing domestic challenges. Temporary or permanent? Questions surround the suspension. The government has positioned this suspension as a temporary solution to address the backlog. However, concerns persist about whether it could signal a more permanent shift in policy. If processing delays remain a persistent issue, pressure may mount to introduce more lasting restrictions or reforms to the parent and grandparent sponsorship program. On the other hand, this suspension could serve as an opportunity for meaningful change. By streamlining the program and introducing reforms, the government could make it more efficient and sustainable while maintaining its commitment to family reunification. What's next? Solutions on the table. To restore the integrity of the parent and grandparent sponsorship program and address current challenges, the government has several potential options. 1. Enhancing processing efficiency. By investing in technological innovations and increasing staff, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada could process applications more quickly. Automation and AI tools may also play a key role in reducing delays. 2. Setting targeted quotas. Introducing annual quotas for applications could help manage intake and prevent future backlogs. This approach would make the program more predictable and manageable. 3. Exploring alternative pathways. Alternatives like extended visitor visas or temporary residency options could offer families more flexibility while reducing pressure on the parent and grandparent sponsorship program. 4. Collaborating with provinces. By engaging provinces in managing family reunification programs, the federal government could distribute administrative responsibilities more evenly and address local priorities more effectively. Broader impacts on Canada's immigration landscape. The suspension of this program also highlights broader tensions within Canada's immigration policies. The government faces the challenge of balancing humanitarian commitments with practical constraints such as housing and resource availability. This decision has reignited debates about the role of immigration in Canada's economic growth and its ability to address labor shortages in industries like healthcare, agriculture, and construction. While the government's recent reductions in immigration targets aim to address pressing housing issues, some experts warn that these measures could exacerbate workforce shortages and slow economic recovery. What does this mean for applicants? For those who have already applied, the government has reassured them that their applications will continue to be processed. However, with an average wait time of 24 months, many families remain stuck in uncertainty. Meanwhile, those hoping to apply in the future face an indefinite wait, with no clear timeline for when the suspension will be lifted. Families are encouraged to explore alternatives such as super visas, which allow parents and grandparents to visit Canada for extended periods. However, these visas lack the long-term security and benefits offered by permanent residency, leaving many families seeking more comprehensive solutions. Public reaction. A divided response. This suspension has sparked a wide range of reactions across Canada. Advocacy groups and immigrant communities have criticized the decision, arguing that it undermines the country's reputation as a welcoming destination for immigrants. Family reunification, they contend, should remain a fundamental pillar of Canadian immigration policy. Conversely, some Canadians have voiced support for the suspension, pointing to the housing crisis and the strain on public services as reasons to slow immigration. This divide underscores the complexity of balancing economic, social, and humanitarian priorities in immigration policy. Looking ahead. What's next for family reunification? The suspension of new parent and grandparent sponsorship program applications marks a turning point in Canada's approach to immigration. While it addresses immediate challenges, it raises significant questions about the future of family reunification. Policymakers will need to navigate these complexities carefully, finding a balance that respects Canada's humanitarian values while addressing practical constraints. As the government works to resolve these issues, families, advocates, and experts will be watching closely. The path forward will not only shape the future of family reunification but also define Canada's broader immigration identity. And there you have it, the full story behind Canada's decision to suspend the parent and grandparent sponsorship program. This policy shift is a reflection of the broader challenges facing Canada's immigration system, as the government works to balance competing priorities while addressing backlogs. What are your thoughts on this decision? Is it a necessary step to fix systemic issues, or does it come at too high a cost for families? Share your opinions in the comments below, we'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might be affected or interested in Canada's immigration policies. And don't forget to subscribe to Canada Chronicles and turn on notifications so you're always informed about the latest developments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay informed.